everyone, welcome to the Autocar Show. We hope you've had a very Merry Christmas, and from all of us here at the Autocar team, we wish you a great 2013. But before we bid bye-bye to 2012, we're looking back and seeing what happened in the year. We really expected it to grow very strongly. The Indian automotive market was on a high in 2011, but with the fuel prices and the global market upheavals, things didn't quite go according to plan. Nonetheless, there were some stars in the year and some stars that were reborn. Let's see which ones I'm talking about. After 26 years as the staple transport for Indians, Maruti's iconic 800 was driven out of the metros by the BS4 norms. But in 2012, the 800's spiritual successor, the ALTO 800, picked up the reins confidently. Maruti delivered 111 ALTO 800s in one day. Yesteryear's star, the Mini Cooper, arrived in India in 2012. It certainly is no longer tiny or affordable, but this hatch is still incredible fun to drive. Vespa and India, that is a relationship that goes back almost half a century. And the ties were renewed in India in 2012 with the arrival of the new LX125. Its timeless design immediately reignited Indians' passion for the stylish Italian scooter. Then there is the Bajaj Pulsar family, which has hit the 5 million sales mark in 2012 since its launch in November 2001. This was before the Pulsar 200 NS was unveiled, which has only started a new exciting chapter for the Pulsar range. 2012 wasn't just about re-emerging stars. Many new automotive stars were also created. Which ones? Let's find out. Renault. Now that was a brand name that didn't elicit much of a reaction amongst Indian car buyers. But their fifth product for India, the Duster, changed all of that. This SUV has certainly hit a sweet spot, and Renault can't make enough to match the demand right now. Austrian bike maker KTM made its Indian foray in 2012. This was with their Made in India 200 Duke. The Duke has created an epidemic of orange fever amongst the growing breed of biking enthusiasts. Audi's Q3 turned out to be a star performer in 2012, as did the company. Audi is vying for the top slot in the Indian luxury market. It sold 850 cars in October. Audi India looks set to cross the revised sales target of 8,600 cars this year. Then there is the Thoroughbred from Stuttgart. Porsche started their direct operations in India, and in the very first month, they racked up sales of over 100 cars. But that isn't all that surprising considering the range of cars on offer. There's the iconic 911, the all-new and very capable Boxster, and the perfect for India Cayenne. And let's not forget the four-door luxury sports car, the Panamera. If you want big rewards, you have to take a few risks. 2012 showed that something new is always around the corner in the Indian market. Maruti tried to make an MPV with a twist. The ERTIGA is an urban and compact MPV. But you can't call it a niche when over 7,000 Ertigas are being sold every month. Mercedes became the first of the luxury manufacturers to offer a premium practical hatch, the B-Class. Since it's based on the MFA platform, the B-Class is essentially doing the groundwork for the A-Class that's scheduled for next year. Nissan too decided to test the strength of the brand and the Indian appetite for spacious MPVs with their EVALIA. The jury though is still out on whether this has worked. Yamaha's sporty performance-oriented motorcycles has made it a bit of a guy brand. But their first step in a bid to corner a 10% share of the Indian two-wheeler market by 2016, the company did the unthinkable. They launched a scooter called the Ray, which is targeted at the ladies. We at Autocar also stepped out of our comfort zone and moved from tarmac and concrete to the choppy grey water of the Arabian Sea. There we tested the Coast Guard's fast attack boat. What can I say? It turned out to be a watery adventure. Meanwhile, Hero MotoCorp dropped the Honda name from their products. And soon after, the company charged ahead to create engineering tie-ups with Eric Buell Racing of America and Engines Engineering of Italy. Sales in the meantime are still leading the charts at a solid 5 lakh units a month. Fiat also parted ways with Tata Motors to set up their own distribution and marketing network. Once this infrastructure is in place, the right products could help Fiat soar in India again. In between following all the action of the auto industry and doing proper, serious reviews, we also found time to have some fun. Okay, more fun than normal. Here are some of the drives that make me smile every time I think about them. Ferraris on track and on road. Renault drove Ferrari's fantastic cars at the both international circuit. She was astounded by the 458, the FF and the California. Meanwhile, I tried them out on public roads to see how they would fit on Indian streets. Lamborghini's maddest bull yet, the Aventador, landed in my life and blew a hole in my gut. With 690 bhp and a 0 to 100 time of 3.3 seconds, I'm just lucky to have my senses intact. But the thing that's hard to get out of your head is its howling, roaring soundtrack. It was absolutely epic. Then there's the track day. Like every year, we headed to the Madras Motorsport track to find out the quickest of the most exciting cars that were launched in India. KARTIKEYA made sure that the cars delivered their very best and also brought out their best photogenic angles. The fastest car on track was the Lamborghini LP550-2. Then there was the Tata Indigo mileage and endurance run. Driving a Tata Indigo ECS to the four extremities of the Indian subcontinent in a non-stop drive, that's a gargantuan task. And it was packed with adventures. Snowfall and landslides in Kashmir forced us to even spend a night in the Indigo ECS. It all turned out alright. Then Osif and I drove the Jaguar XKR to the Rann of Kutch. We also drove through Gujarat to see whether the XKR's Grand Touring credentials were valid in India. As it turned out, yes, and very much so. Osif also sampled the iconic Porsche 911 Carrera S. The carefully engineered evolution of the 911 creates another car that knocks your senses and cements the Porsche legend. And finally, here are the 5 cars that you picked as your stars. These 5 video reviews are the most watched videos we have had at autocarindia.com in 2012. Let's see what they are. At number 5, we have Tata's Safari Storm. With 80,000 views in a short span, it's clear that Tata's SUV has kept a lot of people waiting for a long time. Maruti's Alto 800 has mass appeal, and its views on YouTube prove that. This little hatch has quickly racked up over 84,000 views. The review of Mahindra's Mini Xylo has clocked over 101,000 views on YouTube. Clearly, compact vehicles have big appeal in India. Meanwhile, it's the compact SUVs that have the biggest fan following. Shapur Kotwal of Autocar went all the way to Brazil to bring us the exclusive review of the wildly anticipated Ford EcoSport. With over 109,000 views on YouTube, we know what you're waiting for. But the star of 2012 was the Renault Duster. You guys out there hit the play for this review over 183,000 times. That's massive.